If you're feeling stuck right now, I promise you at the end of this video, you won't be feeling this way. We feel like we're behind in life. We feel like we're stuck. We feel like everybody else is having it all together. And yet here we are looking for the question to the answer that we're looking for. Like, we don't even know what the problem is. We just feel like something ain't moving. Like, life ain't lifing at this point. So what is it? And I see this in my clients, and I used to be exactly the same, by the way. We go through our day and we have plans, we have to-do lists, we have appointments, we have places to be and shit to do and responsibilities, and everything is so chaotic and busy, and we never get the time to be with ourselves. Like, as children, we're being told what to do. Then we turn into teenagers and we try to like find our own path, but there are still like so many rules and so many important questions, and it's like, who are you and what do you want to do for the rest of your days? And you don't even know what you're gonna have for like lunch, you know? And then you turn into this young adult and you grow into all these responsibilities, and it feels overwhelming all the freaking time, and everything is new and everything is like challenging, and nobody kind of warned you, right? And at the same time, while you're doing all these things, you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Like, yes, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, but it just doesn't feel right. It feels like you're stuck. It feels like you're lost in the chaos. So, how can we change that for good? How can we get the clarity that we want? How can we let go of the confusion and the noise in our head? It's actually very, very, very simple, but it's not easy. And most people actually never do it until they hit like this point in their lives where they're forced to look within. And this can come through like a mental breakdown, a physical illness, a very like bad event happening in their lives. And we don't want that. Maybe it has happened to you already and you're now forced to find another way, or you're not waiting for it to like hit the fan and you're trying to like find a new way before doomsday arrives, which is the smarter option. But if you're like me, you keep hitting the wall until it really, really hurts so bad that you are here on YouTube literally looking for what you're not knowing you need. And this is where sitting with yourself comes in. This is a very simple practice. I don't even know if you can call it a practice, to be honest, because it's just this act, this ritual that I've implemented in my life that has changed my trajectory of literally everything so much when I stopped like letting everybody influence me. Like, the noise in my head got unbearable because everybody was telling me what to do, who to be, where to go, what was right, what was wrong, and I never ever listened to myself. And so I felt so stuck, but really, I wasn't. I was just too busy to listen to my own intuition. I was just too productive to see what I really wanted. I kept chasing these goals and eventually reaching them, but they never felt like my own. I did it for everyone else. I did it because that was what people wanted me to do. That was what everybody else was doing as well. So I never listened to me. I listened to everyone else instead. And I reached this point where I felt like, am I behind? Or am I just on a path creating a lifestyle that I actually don't agree with, that I actually don't even want for myself? Because my dreams and my desires were different from the reality that I was living in. So it wasn't that I was stuck because life wasn't supporting me and the universe was punishing me or forgetting about me. It was just that I never sat with myself. And especially in this day and age, it can be so hard to do that because we are so addicted to like instant gratification. We are like tied to our phones at this point. We keep scrolling. Whenever we're like bored or unentertained for like a minute, or let's be real, 15 seconds, we take out our phones and we scroll and we check our emails for the 50th time a day. Like, we never are actually present in the moment with ourselves. We never enjoy where we are. We never get to breathe. It's like everybody's so busy doing nothing. at the end of the day. So whenever you feel like you have 5 minutes and it takes just 5 minutes, don't waste them on Instagram or on whatever platform. Don't waste them on your cigarette. Waste them on yourself. Like, sit with yourself. And by that, I mean just contemplate. Because you may have noticed when every time you're trying to go to sleep at night, you can't fall asleep because all of a sudden your brain is so loud, right? It's like you can't turn it off. That's because you haven't let your thoughts come up during the day. And at the end of it, you're so overstimulated and you have consumed so much information during your day that your brain is just trying so hard to like actually get it together. So when you are busy, take 5 freaking minutes to do nothing, absolute silence, and just let whatever needs to come up. Deal with the consequences later. Like, don't try to make it logical or is this real? Is this not? Like, no freaking judgment. Who cares? It's you and yourself. Sit with it. And then reflect on your life. Is this what you want? Are these the people that you want to hang out with? Is this the career that you're dreaming of? Is this how you want your free time to be like? What are your dreams? What are your desires? And forget about them being realistic or not for a second. Nobody gives a shit about that. Just let it come up. Let your soul get a breather. Let your soul take up space for a second. And if you're like, I am just too busy to even do that, great. You probably need 20 minutes, not just 5. I don't care how busy you are because you can keep doing all the things and it will never move the needle and you will never feel better about yourself and your life because you're doing the wrong things. I absolutely believe that you're working hard. I absolutely believe that you're trying to do everything you can in the right way. But sometimes we need to take a step back and see, who am I? Where am I? Is this what I want or is this someone else's dream? Is this my parents' reality? Is this what my friends are doing? Because our life can feel like it's not even ours if we lose ourselves in the overproduction, the overdoing energy. I get it, you're here and trying to figure it all out, but never ever taking the time to listen to your inner voice can make your inner voice become even more aggressive, right? Sometimes we're like, I don't want to listen because it's just so loud and mad. And maybe it's mad because you haven't listened to it for the past 10 years. So it makes sense that it wants you to pay attention. So the voice gets louder and louder and louder. There's something calling you, probably your soul. And if you're not answering, it will keep calling you. It will get louder until you reach a point where you have no choice but to sit and listen. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Let me know where you are at right now, what you're going through, who you are and who you actually want to become. Reflect on it. If you want to journal it and put it on paper, amazing. But you don't even have to go that far if you don't want to. Sit in your car. Take some me time. No distractions, no music, no nothing. And just see what comes up. I'm very, very, very curious. Let me know in the comments if you feel like sharing. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and I see you in the next video.